What's going on, my people? It's TR for Slipstream, and today we're heading up to Luton. And we're going to check out Evolve, their HQ, run by this dude called Imran. They are a tuning house that specialize in M division cars from BMW. They got a huge fleet up there that we're looking forward to checking out. We're going to talk to them about car culture, their story up until this point, and what they got planned in the future. These are the same guys that did a 3-day takeover at BMW Park Lane, so they really about their business. Looking forward to it, man. I think that you guys have formed a holistic approach because you've got the, very clearly I'm seeing all kind of parts that I have no idea what they are. But one thing I can appreciate is how beautiful they are. And from the first time I saw you guys down at your takeover at Park Lane, it was clear that you knew what you were doing from the stylistic element, and the fact that you were there kind of demonstrated that BMW recognised that you were doing things from a technological perspective that meant that you were meant to be there.
Yeah,
one hell of a cosign.
Yeah, as I was saying, I mean that was amazing too. Like I used to walk past that dealership or even drive past it in my dad's car, and I was a kid and I'd be looking into the dealership.
Yeah,
you're like, oh man, I wish when I'm older
I
can buy that car.
Yeah.
And then I went from buying cars to modifying them to actually having our car sitting in that dealership. It was absolutely insane. The amount of reach we got from that, like people driving past, my friends or whatever, and they were videoing it and then sharing it on social media, and yeah, it was crazy. And I think from their perspective as well, I got to give it to MD Chris, because he's so forward thinking that after we'd done that, I had other dealers basically saying to me, oh, do you want to put your cars in my place? I'm like, not really, because
done Park Lane, mate, do you know what I mean?
No, I've done Park Lane, but I can't then just like say, oh yeah, I'm going to do it with everyone. I kind of got to give them their props for taking that step.
Absolutely.
And we are going to do another one. We have to set the date, but there will be another one.
What do you think in terms of MDs, CEOs, the senior leaderships of these car manufacturers in the space? Do you think that they are more open to a more creative, a more, I guess, diverse approach to the market?
I think they are now. If you look at even someone like Rolls-Royce, who is traditionally very what you would regard as stuffy or elitist, they have something called their Black Badge program now, where essentially they want to cater for that younger crowd now who has money. So you can do individual options on your Rolls-Royce that weren't available before. And I saw an interview with the CEO recently, and they were actually saying that it's now forming a large proportion of their income stream. Yeah. By catering to these people who
weren't even a consideration before. Basically.
Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely changing. But I think that leadership does have to come from the top. Yeah. Because if it doesn't, then I think the people at the lower levels who want to do that and who see it as cool, they will never get it past an old stuffy board, if that makes sense. It has to come directly.
What do you think is the key to unlocking those conversations with the senior people that might not necessarily be all the way across the line of diversification?
I think actually trying to actively engage with them is probably a bit difficult. I think you have to do things that may align with what they do, and hope that people see this and it gets picked up. So the thing we did with Park Lane, hopefully that put more eyes on us from higher levels of BMW, like who are these guys, why are their cars in the dealership,
why are they in our flagship UK store?
Exactly. Yeah. So
but I think that what you're doing in instances like that though is you are demonstrating almost like a business case to say, look, any issues or question marks you had about expanding our reach from our traditional mainstay, actually we've done the experiment, the data's in, everyone loved it. People we didn't even know knew our brand loved it. People who do know the brand love it. It's been loved kind of agnostically across the board. Everyone's digging it. So BMW also have they've released their first M motorcycle. Are you aware of that?
Yes, the 1000 RR.
M1000 RR. Are you going to do an Evolve version?
I'm not sure. It's
I feel like you should.
Yeah, well, it's something that
Obviously.
we want to get involved with a little bit more, but because that culture is really cool, and Aston, as you know, our main tech, he's into bikes.
Yeah, I saw him come in with the jigsaw.
Yeah, yeah. So it's something that we could get involved with. We have been asked to do some bike project for Park Lane actually. So
Amazing.
But I can't discuss details of that yet. But when that happens, I'll let you know so you can.
Absolutely.
Come
Yeah,
down
you know me. I'll be there front line.
Yeah, that was quite cool to get asked to do
Yeah,
something around
of course.
that.
I think motorbikes and BMW, long history, cool, but I think from the S1000 onwards was their first kind of venture into the superbike, super sport space, or at least their first successful one.
Yeah.
When it came out, it was the fastest production bike in the world for a little while, and now they're struggling a little bit in World Superbike and the likes. But they've launched the M1000 as their homologation version, and it would be great to see your styling on it, and then if you can get into the engine and tuning it and getting some more power and speed out of it, that'd be sickness.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, definitely, to try and explore that as an option for sure.
Awesome.
I'm always open to that kind of stuff.
I mean, I'm just saying, if you wanted to have a specific night at Caffeine in the Machine with launching this bike, I'm just saying I would be.
You're there, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You'd make the 2.5 hour journey.
I would make the 2.5 hour journey. Are you actually like a bad boy driver as well?
It's all relative. I think I'm probably well above average.
Amazing. That's cool. I no longer feel like I'm going to be in danger. That's great. Okay, cool. Let's wrap the chat here and go out for a drive.
I got to this point, 15 years worth of hard work, networking properly, doing everything in the right way, doing everything honestly, so I don't have any bad reputation or anything behind me that can come back and essentially haunt me, because that's when you start unraveling, right?
Absolutely.
Not after quick money, like building a solid foundation. And then when I retrace those steps, I'm like, I deserve this.
In terms of this car, what's it had done to the engine that's going to make it?
Yeah, so at the moment, we're going through development stage. So this has a stage 1 ECU tune on it,
Yeah.
which provides around 580 horsepower. So it'll do 0 to 60 in around 2.8 seconds.
Well, I would like to say that you're pretty much exactly how I imagined that you would be.
That's a good thing. So that means that when you first met me, I was authentically me, and then there's no surprises.
No, facts. Absolutely. Absolutely. It was good.
And I think that's a big problem in this day and age as well. People try and be who they think other people want them to be, rather than be themselves. You need to be authentically yourself, regardless of what background you're from,
whoever the fuck you are.
Whoever you are, because you'll find your place.
I mean, imagine if we all ate the same food, all danced to the same tunes, all liked our cars modded in exactly the same way. Like, it would just be poo.
And the other thing I get asked a lot is, has my ethnic background been a barrier to what I've done? And I'll be honest with you, I don't think about it in terms of that. I just do what I do, what I believe in, and let it carry me where it goes. I don't think, to me, I don't think whether it has been a barrier or not, it's not something I give much consideration to.
I mean, I just think perspective is everything. I mean, imagine if you got your first E30 M3 and said to yourself, it's pristine, I don't want to do anything to it because it's already as good as it's going to get.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I never had that mindset. Well, I think I've always been like, okay, how can you improve that? I would have been
a solicitor or something.
Basically. Although there's nothing wrong with that. Lots of my friends went on to become
nothing
lawyers
whatsoever. I just very subjectively think that this is way cooler.
Oh yeah, 100%. I agree.
You have a whole back cave.
I agree.
And 72 cars, or 72 and a half. Yeah, 72 and a half.
There's two halves there, so I think they make a whole.
73 cars. Do you know what I'm saying? So we had a dope day today over at Evolve. Imran and them lot looked after us amazingly. It was a great time in their mint green M4. I got a real insight into what they're about, what's important to them, how important culture is, how important people are, great team. I'm really thankful that they gave us the opportunity, and there's gonna be a hell of a lot more coming. Slipstream.